you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top. Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
Wow, that's a crazy new thing that Brian added right there. What is going on, everybody? Hate Brown Dog, welcome to the chat. Welcome everyone else who's here already. If anyone else is here already. You might notice we are currently working on a new workspace area. I went on Amazon the other day and I purchased myself some new table mats that I got put down on my desk area over here. And this one I got, ooh, shaking the table, shaking the whole world. This one I got because it's nice and black and pretty matte, so it doesn't reflect a lot. It has some, you know, it's a map of the world, obviously. You can tour the world, you go over there, you go over there. We're going to be hanging out mostly in Brazil, though, South America. We are still working here today on Pancham. Now, I did say last time that I would be, what do you call it? Turn my mic down a little bit. I would have worked on them off camera to fix this here, the left eye, or the right eye, really. But then I got talking to my number one fan, my wife, and in talking to her, what we decided was eye patch. He's going to be a cool gangster. He's going to have an eye patch, and I think that's going to look. I'm gonna, probably going to do like a Konosuba. What's her name? The explosion girl. Like kind of boxy eye patch with like, you know, a design on it. I think that'll be cool and it'll help keep, because this eye came out really good. I'm really happy about that, even though it's not done yet. But yeah, so I have not worked on him off camera. What we did do is we got everything cleaned up. Got the palette cleaned up. Fresh palette today. We got some fresh water. Yum, yum, yum. Megumin Red Panda, yep. Doing a Red Panda. Megumi Red Panda, that's her name. Thank you. Thank you. We're still going to be using this as a reference. So we're still going with that pattern, face pattern. So yeah, I mean, he looks like a pretty, you know, pretty badass. He's tough. He's like, yeah, man, yeah. So he's like cool. So Yeah, I think that'll work out. I think that'll be cool. You know, he's got battle and a scar. I mean, give him a scar. You know, his Megumi wore it. She wore it because she thought it looked cool. I have watched the first, I think, four episodes of Konosuba. I never finished it. I do like anime a lot, so if you ever wanted to chat about anime on here, that's definitely something that we can talk about if you're interested in it. So just keep that in mind. I'm an old school anime fan from back in the early 90s is when I started watching, when I was a wee lad. Technically, I started watching anime when I was in the 80s when the American release of Voltron came out, which was a long time ago. 1984, 83, 84, when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I started watching that. Didn't know it was anime, but I developed a much a growing like of the art style, the 80s anime art style. Which, that helps when you're doing... Oh, by the way, so I wasn't here last week, Thursday, because Guinness, hey Guinness, who's right back there, move the camera out of the way, Guinness, there he is. Guinness was at the vet. He went in for a dental appointment. He lost 13 teeth. His teeth, when he came to us, he is a rescue pupper. And when he came to us, he was his teeth were in bad shape to start with. And they didn't get any better. So we brought him to the vet, using the come back up here. Using the money from the corona relief that we got, and had him get a dental work done. So it cleaned all his teeth out. 13 of them had to get yoinked out of his mouth because they were in really bad shape. And that's where I was on Thursday. I hope everyone got the message. I asked Professor Sonia, the Pokemaster, to post that I wasn't going to be on. I don't know if she got that message. I don't know if that was an active messenger I sent it to. All right. So, yeah, we're working on him still. Maybe get him done today. Maybe not. We'll find out. But yeah, we can start cracking on. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. As always, we are brought by the Third Universe, which is right, Third Universe Comic Emporium, out of oh my goodness, Croton-on-Hudson, New York. Our good friend Brian, who runs it, who just had his birthday the other day. He's been supporting us all, spiritually, physically, mentally, while we're trying to get through this whole thing, this whole life thing. I've known Brian since I was a wee lad. I think I met Brian, I was 14 or 15 years old. So Brian he was in his younger age. I don't know how old he was. So what I'm using here, I got some bone white, Vallejo color bone white. My autofocus is not on. Doesn't need to be on. Put it down there. Bone white, Vallejo color, game color bone white, which is essentially equivalent to Abdashi Bone, which is the Games Workshop version of that color. The reason why I'm using this is I'm doing it over a darker base color, and the bone white, the Vallejo, has much more coverage, better coverage. And I don't know where everybody lives in the world. I only know where a couple people live, or at least one or two. It is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful out right now. And how is my audio? Is it coming through good? Red Panda Magumi. We're gonna have to name her that now. But it doesn't look like a girl. But who am I to judge? You know, it's got the very serious look. The eyeball came out kind of very, kind of masculine, angry. I could maybe put cat eyes on it. That might work. So, as you remember, we're using this as our reference. So what I'm doing now is I'm continuing to block out the color pattern on the fur and get that nice and situated. It's probably going to take a couple coats of this bone white in general just to cover up this dark red that I used. And the dark red's pretty necessary, I think, as the base coat. Technically, the whole model is, well, the majority of the model is going to be more red than the white or any other color, at least on the upper half. Another exciting news that we have, Games Workshop, a company that makes the most of the models that I work on. Oh, you're back! Ground Dog came back. Throwing an idea here. What's up? What is your idea? I already said that. You're like 5 minutes late to this discussion now. That is actually what we are doing. Now here's the tricky part. I'm gonna paint the pattern on his face for this other eyeball. Runny nose. Allergy season is starting upon us. You didn't listen. Yeah, I was, like I said earlier, I was talking with the wife, and that's the decision that we came to, was an eye patch will help hide my inability to get it to be even, because I will never get it to be perfectly even. Watch as I get it even now. But in order to do that, we're still gonna build up, you know, that color there. See, yeah, it's still not even. That'll be okay. We'll make that work. The eye patch will help cover up the unevenness. It'll distract. From my inability to match the shapes. Which, listen, let me tell you, I have friends of mine who are also artists in paint. Yeah, great minds think alike. Homework? Your semester's not over yet? I thought you were doing or did the new semester start? I have friends of mine that also paint miniatures and other assorted goodies, and some of them have the ability to keep symmetry much more even, and that is something that vexes me. New one started. Oh well. I'm gonna change down brushes. Grab me my itty bitty brush, which I have somewhere in my wheel. Here we go. Try and get some line work done here. Gotta get some good flow on the palette. Excuse me. Hope y'all been hydrating. Ain't no rest for the wicked. That is true. So, yeah, right now springtime has come to Connecticut in America. In case you're wondering where I live. Ready? We'll go tip the camera back. So there's the United States. This way. So this is New York right here, New York City. I live right about here. Right about there. I'm about 60 miles from New York City, maybe 70. I think it's 60 in the United States. And Croton-on-Hudson is where Third Universe is right about on the K on New York. What's not fair? That you're not allowed to have a time off to yourself for school to end. Blah blah was taken. Who's blah blah? Why was he taken? Got called Liam Neeson. You were there like 2 months ago, blah blah? You get to meet everybody, meet Patrick and all the crew that hangs out and runs the store. Some good people that work in there. Patrick and Zach. I remember when I used to go there when I was much younger, and Brian had some interesting people work at his store over the years. Interesting. Yeah, they're pretty nice. If you do go back and you meet Patrick, what you have to ask Patrick is whether or not the bed has been delivered. And I hope you're watching this, Patrick. So what I'm doing right now is I'm feathering out little tiny strokes. I gotta turn the autofocus back on. So little tiny brush strokes. Thank you, Hans. That is cool. Appreciate it. Feathering out a little bit on his the fur, and that's how I'm going to attempt to gain an effect to make it look more blended without having to actually blend it. These two harsh colors make it look like it's not a straight line, colors. Because obviously you can see our picture we're using for reference. So, and I'm going to bring this up to more white, because around his face it definitely is more white. It'll also help hide any unevenness that ends up happening. Because again, I'm trying to paint something very symmetrical. Now this was this particular model I'm painting right now is from the Battle Ready figurine set that Nintendo has released. Pokemon Nintendo. So this model and the other ones that I'm going to be working on, I'm not going to only be working on Pokemon. This model came pre-assembled, PVC plastic. pre-painted. Here's one that was done earlier, rather not done. This is out of the packaging. You know, the traditional colors that they come in. And what I'm doing, give me 1 second. Excuse me. Come back in the frame. Is I am going to be painting them. This is the Mimikyu we worked on first. What 40K model could this proxy for? Anyone you want. But, you know, we don't have to do 40K all the time. But that is eventually, well, not eventually, that is one thing that we're going to be working on again. We're going to be working on finishing up Uriel Ventress that I started. He's not done yet. This is a Mimikyu. He came in the standard Mimikyu color, which was that weird mustard yellow. What I did to him, I magnetized him to the base. So he has a base that he can ride on. And I made him a little bit creepier by adding some stitch marks along him to make it look like he kind of sewed his own costume. You know, this, I really like how this came out. My beautiful wife took it from me. I was going to put this in the store at Third Universe so people could come see it, but when I showed it to my wife, she said that it's going to be hers. So it's now hers. You have to have attention to detail. I do have a Pikachu that someday will be, I think this might be a Deadpool. But that's a story for another day. 40K wise, I just got this in the mail today. It is not ready to be worked on. The new McFarlane Sisters of Battle. Sister of Battle. There we go. What is this? At 11-inch, I think. 9-inch figure. I have the height on it. Artist proof. So there's the version that you can get. That's the regular version that they paint for you. And this is the artist proof, which comes unpainted, assembled, unpainted. We're going to be doing this one, not just yet. I have to take it apart, clean it, prep it, get all the mold lines off it. It is huge. And it's going to go right along Frank. Here's Frank. This is Frank, the Ultramarine. Hey guys, what's up? Frank. This is Frank the Ultramarine. I did him previously, obviously. He is the same McFarlane artist proof. He came gray. Disassembled him to get, primer. I sprayed him with my airbrush for the most part. That's why he has really smooth highlights with the blue. Everything else is brushed on. But yeah, these are pretty sexy models actually. I like him because he's waving, he's saying hi. Hurry. Yeah, I got this. The blue came out really smooth because of the airbrush. The chest eagle, that was actually brushed on. That just took a long time. The orange, the same thing. The orange, it's a little rougher than, but orange is hard to paint. Orange is not one of the fun colors to work with. But, if you have things that you can use, airbrushing, good control with rattle cans. I've seen people get good results with rattle cans, spray cans, if you don't know what that is. But yeah, so she is going to go hang out with him. We have to pick a name for her, because that's Frank. But this is the next, one of the next big things. 12 and up. I have a lot to use. But yeah, right now we're working on Pancham. Yeah, I mean, definitely the Bulbasaur. I have the Pikachu. Here, but I couldn't find the Bulbasaur. How big, Ground Dog? Do you know how big they are? What scale, rather, or model print? I don't have So I redid my whole paint area by putting this down, and I don't have paper towels. Always keep paper towels handy. You don't know when you're going to spill your drink. Oh, so about the same size as the ones we have here. Okay. Yeah, well, we can figure something out, Groundhog. We'll not to that stage yet. We'd have to have it shipped, and I don't know how shipping is going right now due to the whole pandemic and the Suez, which has been cleared up, but that was some crazy stuff, wasn't it? I don't know if any of you... I have actually been to the Suez Canal. I've traveled through it once, well, twice technically, there and back again. And that place is really small. Like, it is not as big as you would think to be able to transport ships through. They kind of do go through one at a time. So that giant tanker or cargo transport ship that went through and got stuck, that was a big deal. That was a pretty big deal. All right, back to... Oh, that's cool. All right, well, I'll contact Sonia, and I'll talk with her, and if you have their return address, if you wanted to send something to her, care of her, you can go ahead and do that. And yeah, I got no problem with working on anything. It is definitely a one-way road. It was really crazy finding out about that. All right, let's look at our... Okay, so we need to do the cheeky cheek on this side. So we're going here. And then, excuse me while I plan this out a little bit. Not looking at chat. Just give me a second, guys. Definitely a one-way road. And they take that area very, very seriously for security reasons. So when ships go through, I didn't. Okay. I need to bring this over here. There are armed people at all times watching ships go through there. Because if something happens, it screws the whole world up. Okay. So we need to come down here. I had a little too much caffeine today. I'm a little shaky. But like I said in a earlier paint, Sania. Oh, that's cool. Sinai. It's pretty wild at the moment. Is that what that says? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Sinai. That's over near Israel, correct? I don't think I've ever seen Sinai spelled, written out. I need a bigger brush. Used to be controlled by Israel. Yeah, a lot of stuff has moved around over there, huh? Last few decades. Can't we all just get along? But yeah. Y'all hear that? That was a motorcycle driving past my house. wonder if anybody else heard that other than me. I need to go out for a motorcycle ride. It's so nice out right now. So yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to open up the windows here in my house to get any fresh air in while I'm streaming because the road tends to be very loud. I have a stoplight outside my house, and people use it as a starting line for essentially for drag racing. Jesus. Okay, that's why that doesn't look right, because this needs to come out a bunch. There. Need to bring this out over here. That'll help make me be able to figure out where I'm going with this face, because that is definitely not how the other side looks. This needs to come up a little bit. Kind of hoping to get more work done on this today to actually possibly get it done. That is definitely not going to happen. In the hundreds Fahrenheit, I hope. Because if that was centigrade, that would be you'd be dead. You're in a slightly different part of the world that the weather is definitely warmer all year round due to the Mediterranean, and compared to where I am. And we can actually look at that. Hold on. Ready? So let's see. There we go. So we got Israel's right there, Mediterranean Sea, Italy, Europe. So you're about Georgia height, I think. All right, Red Panda, you gotta go, buddy. Boop. So you're about equal to Georgia in latitude, which is right here. So I'm about 1,000 miles north, all the way up here. And we have the cold water coming down from on top of Greenland, comes back down, and the Atlantic current, the Gulf Stream, which returns this way, is all cold water. And it goes back into the Gulf and comes back up and circles around, and that goes up and runs up this way, which warms the British Isles, the United Kingdom, Ireland, all that, which keeps them more temperate. But it keeps New England area, technically, where I live, New England, it keeps us pretty chilly. Yeah, this is a really nice work, man. That's the reason why I bought it. I really dig it. I thought first of all, the blackness of it helps a lot, and just having the world. You know, the world's a lot bigger place than people think, and there's a lot less people in it than they want you to think. But you know, still gotta save our resources. I just finished blocking the space in. So what? If everyone was given 500 square feet, if every human being was given 500 square feet, we would all fit into, I think it was like Texas, the state of Texas, the entire population of the world. I don't want to live within 500 feet of everybody, though. That would be terrible. got a little smile going on over there, chewing on his leaf. Someone did the math on it. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I got this color out. Get this nice and smooth over this dark red is so dark. Yes. He looks like a little Yakuza boss. Yeah, 500 square feet is not a lot of space at all. But it's more than some people have. It's a hell of a lot less than other people have. It's all relative, right? Okay, I'm gonna mix up some more of the body color that we were using, which was our gory red, mixed with tan. Yeah, so you would have more than that. So you would just under double your space for your room. You would have that as your own personal space, which still wouldn't be a lot of space. But yeah. But we're spread out everywhere, and we're all fighting over who gets to play with what and where, and it's silly, and it shouldn't be happening. That's a little too light. That might work out, though. Bring back this up. So we're going to need that on his face, this lighter color anyway. So. Plan on doing is yeah, that's actually really good. I'm gonna be getting everything done and situated, and then I'll get the eye patch on. Well, no, that wouldn't include farms and resources, but you could. That's not living space. It's, you know, equating how big the planet is to how many people there are. If you condensed everything, it would work. But we're not doing that, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to be putting the, I'm going to be trying to clean up the painting of this guy. Not clean up, that's not what I wanted to say. Get everything on him, and then put the patch on later. So I'm going to leave this eye area pretty empty for now. That looks a lot better. Yes. Yes, excellent. Definitely going to need this other color. The gut who got the 500 square feet with the oil will won the game. Oh, well, that's the problem, is we need to start sharing. We don't realize that, and we need to not be using oil like we're using. But that's totally besides the point. We're all stuck here together. We need to realize that. It's just kind of sad. Kind of sad. It makes me sad that we can't all, you know, I think his name was Rodney King said, can't we all just get along? Apparently the answer is no, but there's always hope. the biggest thing is greed, which greed only helps. Greed is so stupid because we're only gonna get through this together, and greed only helps one, and that doesn't help the whole. And you gotta look at the big picture. Jeff Bezos could save the world if he wanted to. He's choosing not to. I'm getting a little political here. Or be considered political? Would this be political? But yeah. This guy's got such a cute little face. I love it. So around his cheek area, on his little picture, we go here, on his little picture, around his cheeks, that stays dark. So we're gonna keep that dark. Feather this out some more. Make it look a little bit more like fur. I don't know if any of you guys watch any of the other painting streams on. There's a few good ones out there. I don't remember them off the top of my head, the names of them. One guy comes on. Yeah, you like politics and Twitch doesn't. I love talking politics, but I don't think my show is not the correct format for it. Just because, it's not what we're trying to be all about. We're trying to have a good time. Talking politics, can't always have a good time. I'm going to add a little bit more of the, I'm going to add the bleach bone, the bone white. Yeah, that's nice. That's the color I'm going for right there. Put this into here. Yes, like a weird fleshy color, like an orangey, reddy, fleshy tone. And let's see on there. So he's got those little thingies, and this has got to be interspersed throughout. And that needs to be even brighter. I think I might have made it a little too thin for it to give enough contrast. One of the web shows that I really like right now, channels on YouTube. If you like crafty stuff, there's a gentleman who goes by the name of The Craftman. The Craftsman. He is your host, The Craftsman. I would love for him to, if he watched my stream. Me and my wife both love his style. He's kind of a little bit all over the place. He's super intelligent. He knows a lot about making things, like physically making things, which is super cool. He does jewelry making. He does mold casting, which I've done a little bit of. It's not as easy as you think. I'm not as home with it as I'd like to be. That looks good. But he is, and he can definitely teach you if you wanted to learn how to do it. If you watch his videos, he does show you. Now, he does have the added benefit of his own workshop and experience, so don't judge yourself. I have some experience in painting, but you can definitely learn how to do this. It's not that hard. It's a learned skill. Learned skills means you can definitely learn how to do it yourself. And if you learn how to do it yourself, That's a good thing. Because, hey, guess what? You now have talent and experience. Feather that in there to break up that line. I'm going to need some of the pure red. The Craftsman. My name is your host, the Craftsman. Well, there's a beam of sunlight hit me right in the side of my head, in case you're wondering what that is. A nice window right over there. Over there. And it's hitting me. I got the curtains drawn, but it's still bright. The sun comes down. It's getting near sunset. Now this needs to stay the dark red in here. So we're just going to add some redder highlights to it in this area to give it a little more punch. And then the same thing on this side. It's really funny. I'm talking about another person's show, but yeah, kind of gush on him a little bit. The Craftsman, he has a friend named Pen, and he plays it off like nothing, no big deal. And his friend happens to be Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time. And I'm a huge fan of Adventure Time. If you have not watched Adventure Time, do it. Do it. Watch it. It is one of the best shows that's come on TV in better part of 20 years. Absolutely. And it's fantastic. And everyone should watch Adventure Time. It's pretty kid safe until the later seasons get a little more spicy, a little more. Oh, I'm painting off camera again. Yeah, I definitely love Adventure Time. But Craftsman's friend, Pendleton Ward, Penn, he sends him stuff like drawings and whatnot. And that like completely blows my mind. Okay, I fixed that. Still not even. This needs to be it can be a little uneven because he's got his little leaf in his mouth. If I, you know what? Hold on a second. Spicy. I'm gonna find myself a dark green. None of these are dark green. Okay, dark green. There's a Guinness. Guinness is getting up. So I've had enough of this. Camouflage green will work for now. No, this one. Dark green. Hey, look, I need. Guinness is yelling at me. He's saying it's dinner time. Guinness. Guinness, what are you doing? Come here. Come here, Guinness. Come on. Come on up. Come on, Guinness. Come on. Come here. Come on, Guinness. Come. Here we are. Oh, put your head up. Up here. Look. Everybody say hi to Guinness. Guinness is saying it's dinner time. It's not dinner time yet, Guinness. It's close, but it's not yet. Very close. So we're going to grab some of this dark green. And we're just going to real quick hit this leaf up just a little bit to help break up the colors and make it look less. Make it look less uneven. Dark green. Oh, the sun's shining right there. Whew. Guinness, Groundhog says hi. And he's like, who? What? Where's Groundhog? Am supposed to know him? Yes, Guinness. You should know Groundhog by now. Groundhog's my number 2 fan, I think. The number 1 fan is my wife. You're my number 3 fan because you only love me when I give you food, Guinness. Okay. Ooh, that's bright. I gotta move block. There we go. I move blocked it. Now I'm over here. Alright. We're getting close. I think we're definitely getting close. Definitely getting close. What time is it? Oh, it's 5:30. Been doing this for an hour now. So, alright, so we're coming to a stopping point right now. Guinness has told me that it is now dinner time, for him at least. And for me, it's Taco Tuesday. Gotta get some tacos. So, we're gonna be calling it a day. For anyone who's still here watching, other than me and Groundhog, Guinness. Alright, so we got some more work done. We got a little bit of fur fade on his face. Got the other cheek blocked in. Got a little bit of green on it. That'll help break up the, that'll really help in a little while. Help distract from the unevenness. Looks good. Thank you. Still looks good. Not great yet. Just struggling, mentally struggling a little bit with how this sunlight that's just stabbing right there. Come on, sun. Might have to get a curtain. I got blinds, not a curtain on that window. Yeah, so we're going to continue working on this. Going to bring the nose up to more white. Keep the little snooty snoot. Boop. Keep that black. V. And yeah. So that's going to call it for the day. I hope you all had fun. Go out and come here you. Come on. Go out and say something nice to somebody. And then Guinness will visit you in your sleep. Oh, Guinness. Oh, puppy dog. If you be nice to someone, you might get a midnight visit from Guinness. Yeah, good night, everybody.